Well, hello there. Hope you're all well. I hope you're all feeling good. If you've watched my last video when me and Andy were on Coniston Water in the kayak, Andy's kayak, it started to make me think about something similar where I could use on the water. Not a kayak, but something a little bit different. Andy's got a kayak. I can use that whenever I want. So I've bought something a bit. It's not unusual, definitely not. It's been out for years, but it's new to me. So have a look. So let's have a look at what I've bought. So it's a Barracuda Blue Aqua Spirit stand-up board. Size is 10'6" long by 31 inches wide by 6 inches deep. The SUP stands for stand-up pedal. Oh, sorry, stand-up paddle board, I should say. So it's just arrived. I'm going to do a little bit of unboxing. I don't normally unbox things, but while it's here, I'll unbox it so you can have a look at what you get for your money inside the box. The paddleboard cost me £279.99. Whether it's that price now or not, it was an introductory offer, I think. I ordered it well over a month ago and it's turned up a week early, which is fantastic. So let's have a look of what you actually get for the £279.99. Okay, first of all, you get an Aqua Spirit user manual, so it gives you an idea of what to do, how to maintain it, how to set it up, how to fix it if it gets a puncture or anything like that. So I'll definitely keep that one safe because obviously I've never used one before. You also get the obviously paddleboard, deflated. You've already got a fin, 2 fins on there. You've got a further fin to put in there, which is this one that clips in, and apparently that's so you can keep rowing straight, I think. Next, you get, well, you can't see it very well, but there's 2 paddles in here because the reason normally you get a paddle, it's an adjustable paddle, you can see the paddle there. I'll show you more clearly when I start to set it up properly. And the paddle can make, you can either have one paddle on it or you can make it into 2. So you can, because this thing you can actually make it into a kayak. Now this is a seat that goes with it. You clip it onto the actual paddleboard and you can sit down on it and you can, as I said before, you can make it into a kayak. You also get a pump to inflate the paddleboard, and it's got a obviously gauge on it so you don't get so you get the right amount of air pressure that you need in the actual kayak itself. This is the bag that you can put your kayak in when you're not using it and you're carrying it from place to place. So it looks as though it opens up like that, and then you obviously stick it in. I'm assuming everything will fit in, including the pump and the paddles as well. I don't know yet, I've not tried it, but no doubt I'll have a look later on. This is a strap you can attach to your foot and attach to the paddle itself, the paddleboard itself. So if you fall off, at least your board isn't going to drift off and you're going to have to chase it. This looks like the strap that you fasten onto your backpack where your paddleboard stays in. So you can strap it over your shoulder and carry it along that way as well. This is a freebie that was on offer, the introductory thing. This is brand new, this. I think it's only just been brought out, this type of, this SUP board. So they're giving you this as an incentive, I suppose, to buy it as well. So hopefully my phone will fit in there. And so it's a waterproof pouch, and it's got a little lanyard you can put around your neck so you don't obviously lose it if you fall in the water or whatever. And my phone's actually in this pouch. Now, this is a Samsung S8 Plus. It's also got a cover on it as well. So the cover on the Samsung S8 Plus will actually fit into this waterproof bag. So it's big enough for one of the biggest phones. And it looks like it's quite sensitive as well. Now, this is apparently a Wetsuit Changing Mat. I must think that when you finish, you put your wetsuit in there, and then there's a little toddle on the side somewhere what I saw. Here, this one here. You pull it up probably tight, keep it wrapped up. In other words, your wetsuit isn't mingled with your other clothes. And the handles, when you've done that, there you go. You just carry your wetsuit out with you, back to the van, car, whatever it may be. I think that's a freebie as well. You also get a punch repair kit. Waterproof one looks like. a spanner. Not sure what it's for yet, but I will learn what it is. You get some material, which is very, very thick actually. Looks like 1 millimetre thick, to be honest with you. Thick. You also get some glue as well. Vinyl pool repair kit. Now, the only thing that's missing out of here for me is a pair of small scissors, because it says you're supposed to cut that up. Either a pair of small scissors or a small retractable marking knife, so you can cut that if you have a puncher, that is. And there you have it. What I'll do now is I'll look through the instructions and I'll blow the SUP board up so you can have a look at it, obviously out of water, because I haven't got time to go anywhere yet, but at least you can have a look at what it looks like when it's inflated. So the paddleboard comes with a nice strap to hold it together while it's, I'm assuming, while you're carrying it. Flip it open and the strap just pulls away. Right. They're pretty simple instructions. They're just around the edges here. It says to inflate, valve pin up, which is that. It's up position. You press it down. It's a down position. That basically means it's going to let air out. So push that up. It says here to deflate, valve pin down. You can see it. It also tells you the recommended pressure, 15 pounds per square inch inflation. So with the pin up, push that in there. Twist it, and it's securely locked in place, ready for inflation. There's also instructions on the pump itself to show you how to use it. As you can probably see, I've got a sweat on. Right, the first part of this board, when it's all folded up, you pump it up with a pump. And it's quite easy, actually. But when it looks as though it's full, you think, looks as though it's got enough in for to do it. It's not, because the pump gauge doesn't register. So when you start to pump harder, and you find that you're pumping more air in, and you're thinking, am I going to burst this? It says £15 per square inch, but when you're pumping, the last 2 or 3 minutes at least gets really hard to pump air in. But I've only just pumped 12 in, and I've got sweating because of it. Because the last bit, when it's actually extended and you're pouring more air in, get up to its pressure, that's when it gets really hard. Well, that's as much as I can show you really while we're indoors. We need to have a look at why it's on the water, or just before it goes on the water. So let's go and find a water source. I'll explain a little bit more of what this board has to offer and where the little bits and pieces tend to go and what the clips and that are for. Okay, let's go and find some water source. Water? We're in North Wales at a lake called Bala. I think the actual real name is something like Tighead. I might have got it wrong there, I've just said, but I put it at the bottom anyway so you know exactly what the name for this lake is. 3.5 mile long, half mile wide, 138 feet deep, 42 metres, something like that. So what I'm going to do, it's accessible to everybody as well, so you've got to pay a parking ticket, and I think you pay for whatever boat you're going to put on here. In my case it's a paddleboard. I come with Andy and June today. They'll get the canoe out and we'll get the paddleboard out. We can stay all day for less than a tenner, I think it is. You can't spend overnight. There's no camping around this. There's camping sites on this lake, but not actually here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the paddleboard out. I'll just take you through a few more features that it has, because I didn't do that when I was at home. And we'll give it I'll give it a first go ever on a paddleboard and see how I do. I pumped up to around about between 12 and 16, about 15 psi, which is recommended for this paddleboard. Show you. There you go. Hopefully that's enough. I don't know, because I've never tried it before. Right, let's take you through some of the features on the paddleboard itself. Okay, back of the boat is a little hook here. That's to put your leash on the ankle strap, so if you fall off, the boat doesn't fly away. You can just drag it back and jump back on. Valve to blow it up and lay it down. These are anchor points. You can probably put some more elastic on it so you can hold something else underneath it. Otherwise, this paddleboard turns into a kayak, which is you get this seat with it. I'll put it on later on and show you that works. Handle for so you can carry it to the water, away from the water. Another anchor point there. Anchor point there. You've got some strapping here with some anchor points, so you can, say for instance you want to go somewhere, take something with you, whether you go on a long trip or whatever it may be, you can stick a waterproof bag underneath with all your stuff on it, keep it dry before you hit land again. This here, just put a camera on it, whether you can attach a camera to it with a little, so you can screw it on, something similar to what I've got actually, or if you've got some fitments you can actually click it under there and it'll clip in place, and like the GoPro stuff and that. So it's already got 2 fins built in, and this clips in. I'm not sure it's done yet. Clips in there, I think. We'll soon find out. That's it. Slides forward, pushes in, then it screws in like that. So to paddle this thing along, you've got 2 paddles. This will make it so you're doing it when you make it into a kayak, or if you do it on a standing board, you've got this handle which will clip into that. Oops, sorry. Clip into that, and then you can extend it by a little clip here. That would, whichever way you want to do it. So I suppose I'll have to get in the water and just see how long I need this to be to the correct length. All I need to do now is get changed and let's get on this water and give it a go for the very first time. Right, got the old wetsuit on and the life jacket. Let's get on the water and see how I do with this paddleboard. Now remember, this is the very first time you're going to see, I should say, this is the very first time that I've ever been on a paddleboard. Never been on before. So what they say is, sit on your knees and then get to a bit deeper and then try and stand up. So that should be interesting. Right, let's get it to the water. Well, from stepping in the water with this thing, probably about 2 hours ago, to trying to get me trying to get used to the board, just sitting on it. Stand on it initially when you first get on it's just so wobbly, not like a canoe. If you have no sides on this, it's just this. Now you look at all the videos you see on YouTube, make it look so easy. People are up and down rivers in the sea. It's not that easy initially. Now I've been at about 2 hours. I've managed to stand up and I've managed to row maybe a couple of minutes back to shore, but it's a brilliant fun. It's fantastic. So hopefully, and a few falls as well, which we expect, but hopefully you've enjoyed the video, and let's hope I can get some more adventures on this SUP board in the future, or the near future as well. So hopefully I'll see you on the next video. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again.